The First Days of Hockey, an inquiry project, researched and presented by Max. When did hockey first start? The first game of hockey was on March 3rd, 1875 in Montreal. James Creighton hosted the first hockey game. This game was the first organized game of hockey, but it is believed that the first ever hockey type of game was played in Great Britain in the 1700s. The name possibly came from Britain in the time they played. When they first played, they used a cork. Not just any cork. The cork they used was used in a barrel to hold a popular beverage called Hawk Ale. That is where people think the name came from. Hawk Ale, hockey. What was the first NHL team? The first hockey team in the NHL was the Montreal Canadiens. The Canadiens played their first real game in 1917, but they were founded in 1909, making them the first NHL team ever. They won their first game 7-4 against the Ottawa Senators. The Montreal Canadiens still play to this day. This makes them the oldest team in the NHL. What was the first hockey game like? The first hockey game was so much different from nowadays. They used a wooden puck in the first game, and the equipment was more for warmth than for protection. The players didn't even wear helmets. The goalie said no protection. At the end of the first organized game, it ended in a skirmish. In the skirmish, a spectator got hurt. How has the equipment changed over 100 years? Back in the first NHL and organized game, the goalies didn't even have pads. One goalie even used cricket goalie pads. And like I said, the equipment was more for warmth than for protection. Now the gear is very protective and strong, and the goalies have big pads. Back then, the skates were sharp pieces of steel put on a shoe. A lot of things have changed over time. Who created hockey? James Creighton is often credited for the creation of hockey. He should be, because he did organize the first game in history. But, like I said earlier, many think the British created the hockey that we know today. There's a lot of facts proving that the British created the hockey that we know today. Here are my citations.